Yes, 6 home game matches, 2 draw, 4 lost. Definitely something is really wrong. Well, I was able to do my own foundings, and trust me, I'm sure we Liverpool fans were able to pick 1 or 2 things, and I'm sure your ideas will be welcome. We will look at the tactical changes, our defense line, and also 1 or 2 things concerning last season and this season. Stay tuned. Yes, welcome to my channel. As you all know, this is Liverpool FC Niger fan base, and it's still me, your man D. Yeah, like I said earlier on, our last win was against Tottenham, and ever since then, we have played 6 different clubs. We have only had 2 draws and 4 lost, including the recent one against Everton. And I'm sure all over the world, fans are really worried. What's really going on? Many people has blamed club. Many people has, said this one has to be in place, that one has to be in place. But I sat and I was like, many factors is really affecting us right now. And one of those factors that we'll discuss with us is, let's just be sincere with ourselves. Fatigue has really set into this prayer. We have been using the same front line for the past 3 to 4 seasons right now, and we don't expect them to get tired. No, they are human beings too. And not just of recent that we bought Jota, but unfortunately, we could realize that when Jota was introduced, there was a little changes, but unfortunately, he had injury. And another thing that I realized about our front three right now is just that I won't say they are themselves. Mane, Salah, and Firmino. Let's be sincere, Mane has been performing year in, year out, you understand? Still 17 goals ahead of other players in EPL. Despite some of us saying it's not the Salah that we knew, but this guy is still scoring. But like Mane and Firmino, we know Mane work rate has dropped. Let's be sincere with ourselves. And Firmino is not just there at all this season. The Firmino is of last 2 seasons is dropping back to the middle, hustle out the ball, and make sure it creates space for both Mane and Firmino to do some little dribbles. Like I saw the glimpse of it after Everton scored us the 2-0 when he dribbled and he made some run in the mid at the box yard, and he tried a shot, though it was off target, but that was the glimpse of Firmino that we knew then. So let's be sincere. Firstly, these front three are tired. Fatigue is setting in, and at the same time, there is no competition. Jota came in, and we saw within that period they were waking up. They are trying to put every effort, because see, at a point, Jota or Mane will be subbed, and there will be this like, why should you sub me? The same thing was applicable to Salah until Klopp felt, okay, see, I can work with these 4 people like Salah, Mane, Firmino, and Jota. But unfortunately for us, we knew, things went sideways after Jota got injured, and competition too wasn't really there. Now let's talk about our defense. Ever since Van Dijk picked his injury, let's be sincere with ourselves, it affected us. Yeah, it affected us. So far, so good to the last match against Everton. Liverpool has used 18 pairing, different 18 pairing of defenders just this season, and we have not even put an end to this particular season, but already we have used solid 18 different defenders together, different pairing together, and so unfortunate. That shows it. Let me just say, Klopp has made, don't let me say mistake, but it's just his nature. We know Klopp as an adamant fellow. He does what he wants to do, and He believes in his own ways of doing things. But I love Klopp. Like, this guy changed our face in football, changed our mentality, you know, restore that glory back to Liverpool fans, restore that honor, that dignity, that self-respect, that self-worth, that fear. But right now, we are gradually losing it. Like I said, we are gradually losing it. Now, let me shock you with our record. That means last season and this season. Last season, we lost 3 matches. We scored 85 goals. And we conceded 33. This season, it has not been ended. But the record so far is we have lost 7 matches, conceded 45 goals. Scored 45 goals and conceded 33. Let me repeat it. We have lost 7 matches, conceded 34 goals, and have scored 45. Last season, we only conceded 33 goals the whole season. And this season so far, we have conceded 34 goals and we have lost 7 matches. Liverpool fans, whether you accept it or not, we have issue with our defense line. The absence of Van Dijk, the absence of Gomez has had a huge impact on us, whether we like it or not. Don't worry, I'm still going to the aspect of issue of club. But let's be sincere with ourselves. If last season we conceded just 33 goals the whole season and lost only 3 matches and scored 85 goals, and this season we have conceded 34 goals, we have scored just 45, almost just half of the goals scored last season, and we have lost 7 matches. Yeah, our defense line has a serious issue that is yet to be rectified. Now, I want us to notice something about our possession. So far, so good in the last 3 to 4 matches. Now, against Brighton, we had 63 possession, 4 goal attempts, and 1 shot on goal. These slower teams, we know it's 11 at the back. They don't move. They only work on the counter-attack. So we have found it difficult to break this team. And don't forget, last season, with our runs at the flank, and with Keita coming in once in a while to penetrate the middle, we were able to break them. Now, against Man City, we have 3 shots on goal, 8 goal attempt, and 56 possession. We know Man City is an attacking team, so I realized we're able to have more shots on goal, unlike the previous match against Brighton. Man City did not defend. They came out and we were able to have 6 shots on goals and 56 possession. Like, we are possessing most of these things. Now, against Leicester, we have 6 shots on goal also, 11 attempts and 62 possession. Still, Leicester is an attacking team. They didn't defend. But still, that match due to error. But there's where I'm going to. Now, against Everton, the same thing, 6 shots on goal. Goal attempt was 15 and possession was 72. Where am I going to? We are playing football. We are playing. But this final touch, this final pass is no longer there. Last season, we worked on our flanks most of the time, Arnold and Robinson. We work through the flanks, and sometimes we go through the middle. So no matter the bus that the other team is parking, we were able to still break them. But this season, they have realized that Liverpool works with flank. We can stop them, and I'm sure that's why Klopp bought Keita, because Keita, is a solid 10 that can drive the ball, dribble one or two, do a final pass. You understand? Unfortunately, ever since Keita came to Liverpool, he has been injured. We all know that. So, in our midfield, we miss Ederson. We really miss that man in the middle. So, we bought Thiago, yes. Some people are blaming Thiago, no. If we can remember vividly, when Thiago came in against Everton, against Chelsea, this guy was exceptional because he has the likes of Anderson and Fabio Wijnaldum to play with. But unfortunately, there has been constant changes. And Thiago is trying his best. Don't forget, this is the first season with Liverpool. And if you realize, there was a time Klopp was using Thiago as a defensive midfielder. There were a lot of errors. He committed a lot. There was a match, I think he was being shouted on by Ederson. So right now, that touch from the midfield is no longer there. And this is where I have visual with Klopp. Zinchenko in Man City, nobody believed he would be playing that left back. Nobody believed that, but he's operating well. But right now, I felt, okay, there was a panic buy in January. You bought Kabak and Phillips. Now, I'm not expecting things to work out smoothly with this new set of people, but Nathaniel Phillips was on point ever since you brought in that guy. This guy has been exceptional in terms of air. He has been trying his best. I was thinking Klopp will stick with him with Fabio, then driving Ederson to the middle. Ederson can cover up for this guy, but unfortunately, Klopp was so adamant that he has to focus on, okay, I'll have to keep on using Ederson and Fabio. Why? And you have Phillips. And anytime you bring in on this guy, he has to perform eventually. So unfortunately, Ederson is now injured. Now you are forced to use Kabak and Phillips. And to some large extent, if Ederson was still there in the middle, he will be able to cover up for Fabio. I'm sorry, I'm a lover of Klopp. This is why I like Guardiola. He's a master tactician. Let's be sincere with ourselves. We know Klopp doesn't have fonts like Guardiola. But at the same time, I was believing, okay, a little bending, a little twisting. But you use the same set of players against Leipzig, and you know fatigue is setting in. There's no regular changes amidst of these players. I was expecting you to introduce Philip and probably draw Ederson. Now, if you watch Everton match very well, once Ederson got to the middle, during that first half, there were enough chances for us to score. Enough attempts, you understand? But unfortunately, ever since Ederson left, there was no spark anymore from that middle. And I don't really blame Thiago. Let me just say the man came at a very, very wrong time. Hopefully, I'm seeing in bringing, probably, I was told Thiago is, Fabio is back. You understand? Keita is back. Mina is back. No, Fabio, I don't think Fabio is back. Milner and Keita, they are back. So hopefully, you could see a little, maybe kind of changes in our next match against Sheffield. It's just my own point of view, but you're free to drop your suggestion, your opinion, and your comment is very, very important. Still your man, Dean. Thank you so much.